Welcome to another podcast of the current situation at Manchester United. Hold on. In this video podcast, I'm going to be talking about the latest Manchester United related news in terms of transfers, because right now the transfer window for the winter is open, and a few things relating to Manchester United, just with Manchester United related things. There's some things I need to get off of Manchester in relation to that. So the first piece of news is Juventus, and we know which player they're linked to. They want from us. Juventus is looking to take away Joshua Zirkzee from Old Trafford. Now, it is not surprising that a Serie A club is looking to acquire the services of a former Serie A player. Zirkzee, as we know as Man United fans, has not adopted to basically he hasn't adopted to Manchester United. Let me just cut that into half. He has not adopted late so far at Manchester United. He has not adopted. I don't know if he's adopted to the lower. I'm not concerned about the weather or whether or not he has adapted to the weather, but he has not adapted to the pace, the competitiveness, the aggressiveness of the Premier League. He has not adopted to the Premier League from that aspect, and he's been struggling. Joshua Zirkzee, he's been struggling. Not to bring it up again, but I'll bring it up again. This Bridging is too bulky for me, and for a Bridging that is that bulky and he's not quick, that's not a good combo. That's not a good combo. So Lukaku could have gotten away with it because he was both an athlete and he was bulky. This Bridging is just bulky and he's not quick. So in that aspect, if he needs to be successful, in my opinion, then he needs to shed, man. He needs to go through a cheese grater and shed some pounds so that he can be an effective player. Now, that is one aspect. The second aspect is that if he's looking to stay here, which at this moment is very unlikely, I would say that either in this transfer window he will leave Old Trafford. Definitely, if not, definitely in the summer transfer window. But he's definitely going to leave. He's definitely going to leave. No player supposed to, I'm not going to bring this up again, but I have to say this. No player supposed to go through what Zirkzee went through. Was it Tuesday night or Monday night? One out of the two. No player supposed, or even Sunday, but the game against Newcastle. No player supposed to go through that. No player supposed to go through that by them own funds. So I'm not going to blame Zirkzee to leave Old Trafford after that treatment. He's a human being with feelings. And screw some of you guys' feelings, talking about say feelings don't matter to a professional player because he's getting a lot of money per week. They're still human beings. They're not robots. They're not the players that you use on FIFA, isn't me, and control with your friggin' console. They're not that player. They're not that person. They're a person they're not psychopaths, man. And I've said that before. They have feelings. And even if they have feelings or not, that doesn't justify the way you treated them for you guys that booed him the night we lost 2-0 against Newcastle. But anyway, Juventus is looking to sign him on a permanent deal. If he goes to Juventus, I'll say, it was nice having you at Old Trafford for the short time that you were here. But, it's time for you to leave out here. It has not been successful for you here, and you need to leave. It's not been successful for Zirkzee, so he needs to cut ties, bro. When your heart is when there's a feeling down in your stomach that something is not going to go well, you have to react. You can't ignore it, and I think that's what Zirkzee is looking to do. And another player that Juventus is looking to sign, at least on loan, for the end of this season is Malacia. Now, I have to be honest, Malacia has been at United for 2 years now, and he has not played a lot of games because he has been having a lot of injuries. So, I would not, and plus, even when he's playing, he has not looked convincing. He has not looked convincing. Like, I can remember a couple times where he started left wing back. This season I'm talking, and he has not looked at the races at all. He was like a player out of his depths, man. But if he gets loaned, but see, if we loan him, then we need backup at left wing back for Diogo Dalot, and Luke Shaw is very unreliable. So in this aspect, as much as I would want to loan him, I would have to keep him, because if we loan Malacia, who will go have at left wing back? Well, we'll go use a wing at left wing back. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. So I would keep him in the squad. I would not loan him, or even definitely not sell him. I'll probably loan or sell him in the summer transfer window, but not right now. But not right now. Not right now. So yeah, that is the end of the January so far. Anyway, the dude is 25. I thought he was like 22 or something. So the next piece of news is Gary Neville. Gary Neville suggests Ruben Amorim may copy Louis van Gaal when Man United takes on Liverpool. That is like me trying to take, if I'm a manager, that's like me that's like me trying to take lessons from a failed manager, man. Gary Neville was never a successful manager. This Belgian goal lose six. This what 6 or 7 1 or 7-2 when he was at Valencia to Barcelona, and in that game against Barcelona, two Barcelona players go score a trick against him. I want to take advice from this brethren. This brethren is not in no position to give managerial advice to nobody. I don't care who it is. He is not in a position to give. No, he has some sound points in relation to some of the points he makes on Sky Sports, but when it comes down to trying to give a manager, dude, you're not in a position. You have no credibility. You have no credibility. You have no credibility whatsoever. It's me. You have the credibility of a kindergarten that's looking to learn mathematics. That is the credibility you have. Amorim is still in his diapers, yeah, but he's past you, bro. You have not accomplished what Amorim did at Sporting Lisbon. That's nothing to boast about. But, I mean, you haven't been there. You haven't been there. Good ups to you to try and to, throw your hat in the ring and see how it treats you with you going to Valencia. But that's why you got sacked, bro. So I don't see how you're trying to give a managerial advice, and you're not a manager for one, and you're a field manager. So yeah, screw that, man. I'm not even going to get into that, because what you're saying has no credibility with me. So the next piece of news, Man United were scared. Hold on. Man United were scared I'd end up like Paul Pogba or Jadon Sancho, but I can rejoin for free. So Angel Gomez, you guys remember Angel Gomez? He was talking about, I guess he said that, Man United feared he would have been like the next Paul Pogba in terms of how he left Manchester United, which he eventually left Manchester United. But he's a good midfielder. I personally wouldn't bring him back. I believe in cutting ties, bro, and just stay cutting ties. Once I cut ties with you, man, there's no reason to main back and be close or chummy. Let's not do that, man. If you let go a player, let him stay let go. Don't bring him back. I don't care if he's like the best player in the world. Don't bring him to Manchester United, because we have had a bad record ever since the departure of Sir Alex Ferguson in 2013 of young players, whether they're coming through the academy or young players that we signed and they have not been successful players. The only player that I can name off right now, and I can't even name them with 3 fingers off. If I was like a 3-finger person missing 2 digits on one hand, I could name at least 1 or 2 players with 3 digits I have that came through our academy and became a success for a short time anyway. Mason Greenwood, that's number 1, and Marcus Rashford. Those are the 2 players from our academy ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left that I can see that were successful players. And if Rashford is catching hell, but that's not the point. The point is that he came through our system, and despite the inconsistent form that he has been performing ever since 2000, ever since he came on the scene, he has still shown a track record of scoring goals and assisting goals, and even being crucial in games. So I would say him and Mason Greenwood are like our. I mean, Garnacho is trying to find his boots, but I mean, hell, we could sell him in the summer transfer window this year. But right now, I would definitely say Marcus Rashford, and for the short term that he played for Man United, Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood. I would say Mason Greenwood. And I'm gonna get to Garnacho in a second. But in terms of Angel Gomez rejoining, bro, do not come back to Old Trafford. And I'm not saying this because I don't want you at Old Trafford. Well, I do not want you at Old Trafford, and that's not because you're not a good midfielder, but for your own sake, just take a page out of the previous books of Paul. You even said it yourself, Paul Pogba and Jadon Sancho, and I believe Jadon Sancho will be coming back because we sacked Eric Ten Hag. But you should not come back, bro. Don't come back for sentiments. Don't come back for kicks and giggles. This is not the club. This is a profession. If you go leave a job and you left that job because of the circumstances there, and after a couple of years after you left the job, you want to go back to the job that you left. It's not good. No, it's not going to look good, man. Just stay where you is or go to another club and progress your career. Don't come back here. Not that again. It's not that you're a bad midfielder, man. But just for the sake of your own sake, man, don't come back to Manchester United. Because like I mentioned, Man United has not had the best of records when it comes down to young players, whether they're coming through the academy or young players that we signed. They have not been as successful. Memphis Depay, anyone? Who else? Hell, I can name a lot of players and I can't even name the second player. But I mean, come on, man. You know? So yeah, so yeah, bro, just stay where you are, bro, just for your own sake. So the next piece of news. Oh, I was about to say about Garnacho. When in 2022, when Garnacho came on the scene, before he came into the Ivy League, he was in the minor leagues. He was playing with the under 18s or something like that, or the under 19s if there's a certain side like the under 19s, and he was like their best player. He scored in the FA Cup finals at Old Trafford in 2022, and he did the zoo celebration. I remember that. And I said, this guy can make a career for himself at United if he has the right attitude. He signed a professional contract. He became a part of the first team. He started getting games for Manchester United. He even started with his role model and his idol, Cristiano Ronaldo, before Cristiano Ronaldo left Manchester United. And he was scored with Cristiano Ronaldo assisting him. And no matter what you think of Garnacho, being assisted by your idol, being assisted by your role model, that is going to do the world of good for you. You may even have sleepless nights because you're watching over that same goal he assisted you, and that is your role model right there. So, he even asks, can I even use a celebration? No, I don't want to piss you, I don't want to offend you. Can you? He even asks, and he did it. Whatever that was, but he did it. And he played with his model. So yeah, okay. He had a very good sting with his role model in the first team. But after he left the first team and the squad, Ronaldo, he went to the Saudi Arabia. But it's like Garnacho has changed somewhat, and I am not talking about his hairstyle either, and the text of his hairstyle. But it seems as though he's not that same player where he looks he looks hungry. Look at when this Virgin was trying to dribble against this Newcastle defender and he got knocked off for the ball. No desire, no aggressiveness. When he got knocked off for the ball, not that he went to ground, doesn't mean like he's like a plastic bag or something, but when he got knocked off for the ball, he was shrugging back. No desire to get back, man. So I question his desires, and plus I believe his contract is running out. So we have to be aware. I believe his contract is running out. We have to be aware of that. Um, but yeah, I believe Ganacho is if he stays in the right attitude, he can be a good, reliable bench player for Man United. No, again, he can start his games, but he shouldn't be a regular start at this moment in time. No, no. With that attitude, man, and your skill set, you should not be a starter right now. Truth be told, truth be told. Ruben Amorim in behind the scenes row with player who now wants to leave the club. Who the hell is this? Let me see what this piece of news is saying about this player that supposedly wants to leave the club. The report claims that Manchester United star, everybody's a star even when they're not a star, claims that Manchester United star wants to leave the club after a bust-up with manager Ruben Amorim. Marcus Rashford. Ruben Amorim has reportedly had a behind-the-scenes role with a Manchester United star who wants to say the name, bro. Okay, so you said the name. Amorim left Manchester United Marcus Rashford out of his squad for 4 consecutive fixtures before bringing him back in as a substitute. Oh, he was substituted on? I didn't know that. I didn't even. Okay. In the 2-0 loss against Newcastle. But Amorim encountered a different issue with another forward after brutally substituting Joshua Zirkzee after just 32 minutes. So it was 32 minutes he got substituted off after an ineffective display. Trailing after goals. Okay, you're getting sidetracked. So who is the player? You're talking about Rashford, right? That's what you're talking about. So you're talking about give me a second, guys, because this article is all over the place. So I guess you had a boss up with Zirkzee. I don't think Zirkzee is that type of player too. Not that I'm undermining him or thinking low of Zirkzee, but he doesn't strike as a person to like try go out a manager and say, why substituted me after 32 minutes for? You mess up for that, you mess up for that, you're wrong for that, you're wrong for that. I don't care how I was playing. You shouldn't have substituted me after I don't think he's that type of player. But this brethren is trying to justify why he substituted Zirkzee by saying, you have to think about the team and also the player because the player is suffering. Amorim, what kind of thing is that, man? I've been there. I felt the team was suffering and needed another midfielder. It was really tough for me to do that, and I spoke with Josh because it was important to express the message. It is important to know the players, and I know that Josh is a really good guy. When he went to the tunnel, I understand that there are some guys in a bad way. He's in a good way because he's a good guy. Dude, what's this? What's this? We will support Josh and continue. Dude, that was a bunch of nothing you just said. I don't even understand what you're trying to say. And that, dude, hey man, that's your scapegoating Zirkzee because of by doing that substitution, man. The man was in tears, man. I'm not saying Zirkzee shouldn't toughen up. He should toughen up. Isn't it? Because this is football, and in football, man, even from your fans or rival or away fans, you're going to get a bad reaction when you're not playing well. You just is. And if you're playing well, other fans opposing fans are going to boo you anyways. I mean, booing is a part of the game. That's not illegal in the game. People go still boo. So you have to just toughen up and get alligator skin and not cry alligator tears because of the treatment you're getting. But yeah, Amorim, that's a bunch of nothing you just said, bro. I don't even understand I don't know what is that, bro. I don't know what that is, and you didn't even the article didn't even the article. So you have to watch out with these articles now, because the article did not specify which Manchester United star had a bust up with Amorim, whether it was Rashford or Zirkzee. I'm leaning towards Rashford. Or the Rashford has come to the conclusion that this is his fate, and his time at Manchester United is kaput. But at the same time, I don't see Zirkzee coming at Ruben Amorim like that. Not in the exaggerated expression I gave some minutes ago, but I don't think. I guess I guess I hope I could be wrong because I would have liked Zirkzee to assert himself and say, yo, manager, with all due respect, I don't like how I was substituted after 32 minutes, bro. I don't like. Yes, I know I wasn't playing well, but they could have at least waited until halftime. Why taking me after 32 minutes for? And let me say this, and I'm not going to hide this. Hold on, let me look on something. Let me say this, man. Hey, man, if Zirkzee is not starting in a starting 11, and we're losing 2-0 or we're losing in the first half, and we have players that are playing bad in the first half, and you're not making no substitution in the first half, you're being full of it, bro. You're being full of it. Because I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have done that to any other player, but you do that to Zirkzee when we played against Newcastle. But you want to, dude, hey, man, hey. If you go pull that off with another player and substitute another player in the first half because we're losing and it's not Zirkzee because Zirkzee's not playing, then cool, you're being objective. But if you don't return that energy to any other player apart from Zirkzee and we're losing in the first half, whether it's at home or away from home, you're being full of it, bro. You need to stop. And I'm talking to you, Ruben Amorim. You need to stop. You need to stop. And this has nothing to do with race. I'm not even bringing that issue up right now. It's me. Because it tells a message that you're not directly telling that you're making Zirkzee a scapegoat because you're not returning the same energy. You wouldn't even do that if it was Anthony. Even if Anthony started in the place of Diallo, you would not substitute Anthony in the first half. I know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. As bad as Anthony has been for months, you would not have substituted off Anthony for another midfield and put on Kobe Mino. You wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have done that. You would not have done that. You would have allowed him to see out the first half and probably take him off, so he wouldn't play the second half. But you wouldn't have taken him off after 32 minutes in the first half. You wouldn't have done that. Again, if you do that in the future, then I hold my hands up and say I was wrong. But I don't believe that you would have taken any other player off in the squad if they had an abysmal performance for 32 minutes and take him off after 32 minutes. I don't think so. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. I know. So you have to smarten up on that regard. And this is a fan that he had that has no managerial experience telling you that. The next piece of news. Manchester United are trying to sign a 173,000 a week striker. Let me see who is this now. Give me a second. Let me go check on who this is. Come on, man, hurry up and load. See, it's like you have to some of them are saying you have to pay for some of these articles to read them. Are you serious? Come on, man, hurry up and load. Okay, so I believe we have what? Oh hell no! We are not going for this guy. Definitely, this virgin is definitely not no 173,000 a week type of player. He's not that guy. So Man United have made an approach for Randall Kolo Muani. Now, this is the striker that is infamously known for the miss against Argentina in the World Cup final when we were this close to winning the World Cup. And I'm a France supporter, of course. No, I'm not the biggest fan of Kolo Muani. I was about to say Kolo Mino. I'm not the biggest fan of this virgin, man. This virgin is the French version of Danny Welbeck. And Danny Welbeck is not a bad striker. But he shouldn't be a Manchester United, man. And we sold Danny Welbeck. But I'm saying his player profile just has Danny Welbeck all painted over it, man. We don't need this player. And this player this is not no starting player. And if a club like PSG is looking to sell this player, why we Manchester United should sign him? Why we Manchester United should sign him? Why? We don't need why name Randall Kolo Muani. We do not need this guy. We don't need this guy. Not even as a substitute I would have this guy. And this is not no beef I have against him because of the mess he did against Argentina, but he's not good enough, man. He's not. See, the French striker, it says here that the French striker is not part of PSG head coach Luis Enrique plans. And he should be a part of our plans. I will sign him. Man, go, man, hey, don't even. Yeah, Man United. So it says here, Ruben Amorim needs to sign a top. Do I say in this version as top striker? This version not no top striker. The thing with United is this, and this is why we lack scoring goals. We do not have we do not have seniority in the department of strikers or forwards in our squad. The only senior player in our squad that is a forward is Marcus Rashford, and he's left out of the squad. And he's not really a player I would say has seniority like that. He doesn't have that aura. He doesn't have it. As opposed to someone like a Harry Kane, or as opposed to I would probably even say Erling Haaland, because Erling Haaland knows how to score goals and he's like 24, 25. But at the same time, we don't have seniorities in our squad. Rasmus Højlund is a hit and miss right now. He's very hot and cold. He's lukewarm. He's in the middle. As it relates to Joshua Zirkzee, we don't even know if Joshua Zirkzee is a striker or not. And I've been how you say this now? And I've been wondering if he's been a striker or not, man. He doesn't strike me as a striker. Joshua Zirkzee, this Belgian plays like Berbatov, man. Like he has no, or I should say this, he has no urgency to get in the box and score goals, because that's the frustration United fans had with Berbatov. Is that when we're attacking, this Belgian was like in the number 10 area when he's supposed to be in the box looking to score goals. Next piece of news, because I want to say something else, and it's the 27th minute. Let me see here. Gabi Abognahor. Man, I don't take what this nigga saying seriously now, because once you say that Vidic is a very overrated defender, that's where I lost. That's where I knew that he lost his brain. And I'm not saying that in his heyday, Abognahor didn't get over Vidic. He did. He definitely did. When Aston Villa came to Aston, when Aston, I can't even talk. Whether Aston Villa came to Old Trafford or Manchester United went to Aston Villa, Abognahor was a problem. Him and Carew, these two centre forwards were a problem for our defense. Well, once this virgin say Vidic is the most overrated dude, listen, man. Just because he got over Vidic a couple of times does make Vidic the most overrated defender in the league, or an overrated defender in the league, period, in his prime. So I'm not going to read what he's saying about Manchester United, whatever he's talking about. Let me see something. Manchester United, Rashford rejects 3 Saudi Arabia clubs were willing to pay him 35 million a year. What's stopping you, Rashford? I thought you wanted to progress your career. Okay, let me talk about something I want to talk about. So yeah, man. So we have accomplished one part of the season. We have accomplished one part of the season. Okay. Anyway, we have accomplished one part of the season, and we have been abysmal. Now, if I was grading our performances ever since the 15th or the 16th of August when we started the Premier League season to our game against Newcastle in the Premier League, I would have given Manchester United an F. That is not reactionary. That is not going over the top, being dramatic and theatrical. I would give Manchester United we are in 14th place. Why you expected as a C plus? That's not a C plus performance. This is Manchester United, not Bedford City or isn't me Everton. These are respectable places for Everton and Bedford City. We are not Bedford City. We are Manchester United, and we're in 14th place. So ever since, my grading, yeah, and if I could, I would have said Z, but Z is not a grading. Is not a grade. So our performances from August to December against Newcastle, I'm giving us an F. We're in 14th place with a negative 5 goal difference, which means that we have conceded more goals than we actually score, which tells me that we have problems in our defense, which we do, and we have problems scoring goals, which we do, and we have problems in our midfield right now. Yes, we have problems in our midfield right now. We are giving too much space to our opposing to the side that we're playing against. When we lose the ball, the players from the opposite side are giving a lot of space, and that is why I said I have a problem with the 3-4-3. Because when the wing backs go up here, so, and we lose the ball way up there, so, it's me, and we have three centre backs, and 2 of the 3 centre backs are playing like wing full backs because they're wide road. So I have 1 centre back in the middle right here, so we're going to get exposed, and we have gotten exposed. We have gotten exposed. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that going forward from January to May, or whenever this season ends, we need to work on our defense, bro. Easier said than done, I know. But we need to work on that defense, man. We definitely need to work on our attack. We have young players in our attack, yes. So we know that they're going to lack the experience how to maneuver or neutralize the opposing defenders. We know that. We know that we're going to have problems in breaking down low block defenses. We know that. The only players that can break low blocks in our squad is probably Christian Eriksen, and he's getting on. He's not the prime Christian Eriksen from 2018. He's not that player no more, but he's still good in his own right. But he's just not that good. Bruno Fernandes on his day, he can break a few passes, but he's not like a Kevin De Bruyne. He's not a Bernardo Silva. Hell, I wouldn't even say he's like a Gibbs White, but I'm not going to bring that in the loop, because I know some of you guys, Bruno Fernandes, go come try crucify me and say, how do you talk about Bruno Fernandes and say Bruno Fernandes is not better player than Gibbs White, and Gibbs White plays for Nottingham Forest? How dare you? But yeah, man, so we know that we have a lot of loopholes in our attack. A lot of loopholes is in our midfield. We know we have a lot of loopholes, man. And lack of height, and that is no shout to Lisandro Martinez, which is actually a shout. Because if you're short, you can't do nothing with that. But that we have loopholes in our defense too. In my opinion, we need to make our 3 centre backs a bit more narrow when the opposing side is attacking us. And if our wing backs are weird, so them have to run back way down here, so, because they are part of the defense. And let me say this. Yes, Amorim made an adjustment to the back to the side, because Usually he would play with a 3-4-3. In the game against Newcastle, he played with a 5 at the back. Now, some guys may ask, well, what's the difference with the 5 at the back? You see me opposed to the 3-4-3. You see me, it's. I mean, I don't get what you mean, man. It's the same thing, man. You know, this is the difference. And I'm not no specialist in terms of manager, but I've watched football to know a little stuff. So this is the little stuff that I know. When you're playing a 5 at the back, let's say my hands are the 5 at the back. The wing backs, the 3 center backs. When these go up, they are given license to come back as soon as they lose the ball. But they're not going to go up as much as the wing backs in a 3-4-3, because the two wing backs in a 3-4-3 are basically right midfielder and left midfielder. So some of us may call them wing backs, but they're actually midfielders. You understand? They are part of the midfield. If they were not a part of the midfield, they would be a part of the back 5. That would make them a back 5. Am I clear on that? Good. Okay. Got it. Good. So that would be a part of the back 5. So even if they're part of the back 5, they would still given the license to attack. And they're given a license to attack, depending on what the manager wants from them. But as soon as that attack is broken down, they have to run back with Zirkzee and go back in shape. Now, the problem with this is that with a 5 at the back, that midfield is going to be very, very slim. The screw being slim, that midfield is going to be very thin. Because you have 5 at the back and you have a goalkeeper that is 6 players out of the 11, which leaves 3 players in the midfield. 3 players in the midfield, is me. But in the formation that Amrim played, he played 5 at the back, 2 in midfield, 2 attacking midfielders, and the striker. That's it was like a narrow one, isn't it? It was like how I would say this now. It was just narrow. So you have the back 5, 2 Zirkzee, that is 7 players, 2 other players, that is 9 players, and you have the striker, that is 10 players, plus the goalkeeper make 11. So the narrow midfield plus the narrow attacking midfield, kind of similar to what Ragnick tried, the 4-2-2 formation, the erected penis formation, I would call it. Pause. But he played that formation in early of 2022, and it wasn't getting the best out of the squad. Let me just put it like that. It wasn't. Because the midfield was very it's exposed, man. The midfield exposed, and the attacking, the 2 number 10s, it was just off. I can't explain it that because I don't have the experience to explain it, but it was just off, and we saw that against the sides we play against when Ragnick was here a couple years back, and we saw that same thing with Amorim against Newcastle when he went to a 5 at the back. So all of that to say this, that yes, he changed up. He became more, I guess you could say, pragmatic with his formation against Newcastle. He became more a bit defensive with the 5 at the back. So the 2 in a usual 3-4-3, the 2 midfielder, the 2 wing back, or you would call it, which is actually midfielders because they're part of the midfield, they drop and became a back 5. Now I guess that's what Garnev was trying to say, because in Van Gaal's tenure at United, definitely in his first season, he used a back 5. Yes, he used Van Gaal. He used Valencia as a right wing back, and he used Ashley as a left wing back. Yeah, no, Valencia was very good going back on, and I mean, hell, this was it before Van Gaal or even Moyes. Valencia was always, especially starting with his second season at United, he was always used as a wing back when needs be. Like I can recall when Sir Alex Ferguson used Valencia as a wing back in our game against Chelsea in the 2010-2011 Champions League game, where he played Nani ahead of him and he played Valencia at right wing back. So yes, he has had experience playing as a wing back Antonio Valencia even in his prime. Even in his prime. But going back to what I was just saying, so I guess that is what Gary Neville was saying, is me that Amorim needs to play the back five because that is what Van Gaal did, and he played with a back five. And we got results there. We got results. We beat Liverpool with the five at the back formation in 2014 at home. Rooney scored 2 goals. Valencia was very devastating in the first half. He got a very good assist. He not mega player. I think it was Jordan Henderson or something like that, some other player. And he passed it into the path of Rooney, and Rooney one time did finish. I remember the goal just like it was yesterday. And we were 1-0 up. We won the game 2-0 or 2-1, I can't remember, but we won the game. And he played a 5 at the back. So that's what I'm saying. So I guess that is what Gary Neville is trying to say, is that he played 5 at the back. But see, that is what Amorim did against Newcastle, and it bite us in the ass. So I don't know is what Amorim is going to do in his next game, and we're going to play against Liverpool away from home at Anfield. So I guess in my rambling, because I'm doing some rambling right now, but it does make sense though, because we have to wonder how we're going to progress with this system. And I said this, and I said I'm going to say it again. We need to make a couple of signings, whether on loan, short-term loan, or make a signing, man. Like Amorim go use the money that he's given and make a couple of signings in this transfer window, so we don't get relegated after the season is finished. Because we cannot stick with this squad and expect Ruben Amorim, with his lack of experience of the Premier League, with the fact that we just threw him in the deep end and hired him as manager for Manchester United while the season was going on, and expect him to stay in the Premier League. It's going to look devastating if he doesn't make any signings and we expect ourselves to stay in the league and we're like in 14th place right now. He needs to make signings, bro. Screw having faith in certain players that are not your players. Screw that man. Go get your signings in this window. Get it. Get your signings, man. Okay. Go get your signings, bro. Get your signings. Use the money that you're given and use the money and get your signings, man. Because at this rate, we're going to make relegation, bro. And I'm not even joking. I'm not being facetious or funny. I'm being dead serious. We can actually get relegated. And the Ineos, if we get relegated, Ineos, man, this squad needs a clear out. This squad needs a clear out. And even if we don't get relegated, this side needs a clear out anyway. Anthony needs to go. Anthony's not good enough. He needs to go. Joshua Zirkzee, for his own benefit, needs to go. Malacia has not cut the cake for me. I would put him on transfer list. I would not be quick to sell him, but I would put him on transfer list. Who else needs to go? Marcus Rashford needs to go, and I've said that multiple times before. Who else needs to go? Casemiro needs to go. Who else needs to go? Johnny Evans is getting on a bit, so he needs to go, but I believe he'll leave at his time, and his time is soon, so I believe he'll go at some point. Who else needs to go? Hell, I would probably sell Bayern Deer, man. I would probably sell Bayern Deer, man. This brethren is on our bench getting money per week and he's not even playing. And the game that he actually plays, he's woeful. You know, we have a lot of, and I would say Luke Shaw, you're not getting away with it. You're hiding in your mother's basement eating chicken burgers. You're getting sold to. That is 8 players. 8. We need to make 8 sales in this transfer window and the summer transfer window. We need to make them sales, man. We need to make them sales, man. Leave your comments below in the comment section. I've been running my mouth for the last 44 minutes. That's almost 45 minutes. So 3/4 of this hour I've been running my mouth. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think so far, man. Do you believe we need signings? I know some of you guys are trying to be optimistic and so we should stick with the squad and try hold out for after the season done so we can make certain signings and bring new players into the squad. But come on, man. We're in 14th place. We're like three jump offs over relegation, man. We can actually get relegated if things continue like this. Hell, I could have even said Garnacho. I could even say Garnacho. Yeah, get Garnacho, get in sell. Because if this bridging is not irresellable or irreplaceable, this bridging can get sell. But like I said, I would keep him as bench player. I wouldn't sell him just like that because I believe he has potential. But at the rate that he's playing right now, man, he shouldn't be starting. He shouldn't be a starting player for Manchester United, man. Who else? Rasmus Højlund. Let me say this about Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund has been woeful this season so far. Yes, last season he netted 17 goals or close to 17 goals in our competition last season. And this Virgin will score his first Premier League goal in December against Aston Villa at home. I get that he's a 21 or 22-year-old striker, Rasmus Højlund. I get that he's a young striker. At the same time, if he's not putting up numbers and getting goals, man, or trying to improve this squad as a whole, because when that ball is played up to him, this Bertrand is trying to wrestle with the defender behind him, and he's finding himself on the ground, and when he's trying to dribble, he loses the ball. Like, there are a few times I've seen him doing some unnecessary step overs. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Who are you trying to beat here? Who are you trying to fool? This Bertrand doing step overs in a myriad of space. No players attacking him. And he's doing these step overs trying to look sick. Man, go pass the ball and go in the box and score the goal. Stop doing those. You're not that player. You're not that player. You know you're not that player. So stop doing it. You're just a fast player that doesn't have close control. Because if you had close control, you wouldn't have lost the ball the way you did against trying to dribble past those players against Newcastle. Because you were on the floor most of the time. You were on the floor most of the time and you lost the ball when you were trying to dribble past them. Rasmus Højlund is the number 9 for Manchester United. He needs to work on his game at Manchester United. He's a Manchester United player and henceforth he needs to do better. Kobe Mino has not, when he came on, he stabilized the midfield. He made a few improvements in our midfield. Like I saw this tweet on Twitter. It kills when some guys just tweet anything that just comes to your mind. I mean, why would you say that? I mean, of course, to get views and whatever, but this person on Twitter was saying, yeah, man, we're losing 2-0, and Zirkzee came off. So when Kobe Mino came on, he changed the game. What in the game necessarily, apart from stabilizing the midfield, has Kolo Muani changed? How did he change the game? What faction of the game did he change exactly? Yes, he stabilized our midfield, yes. And he even tried to create some chances, yes. But our results stay the same. So what part of the game this Virgin really changed? I'm not getting it. What am I missing here? Serious, what am I missing here? How this Virgin changed the game? Kobe Mino has been struggling before the game against Newcastle. He has not been the same Kobe Mino. And I'm not saying that he's not going to be a better player. He will become a better player, but I'm saying his form has dipped off some weeks back. His form has dipped off. Bruno Fernandes's temperament has cost us this season, because if his red card stood and it was not overthrown against Spurs, which a game we lost at home, he would have had 3 red cards in our competition, this Bridging, and this Bridging is our captain. So he has to do better in that regard. He has to do better in that regard. But yeah, man, there's a lot of things, man, that we need to work on, man. And again, this is not new to any Manchester United fan, man. This is not new, man. This ain't new. I'm not talking in syllabics here. I'm talking plain English. We have a lot of problems in the squad that we need to solve. Yes, getting Ineos in here with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, yes, it's progress, it's a start. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. You need to look in the water and you go see the big iceberg that we need to address, and that is our problems. That we have a lot of problems in this. I just mentioned to you 8 players that we need to sell, at least 8 players. 8 players off of the bat. We need to put. Amram needs to get at least 2 or 3 players in this window so that we can improve and progress into top 10, man. Let us not look to get Europe. Let us not have European football on our mind, because let us creep before we walk. We're not even in 11th place to be talking about no friggin' European football. And you don't get European football when you're in 11th place. So when we're in 11th place and we go from 11th place into the top 10 and we go from top 10 to top 8, then that is where we can talk about European football. And even by then, we're not supposed to be aspiring to be in the Europa League, because that is not our level. And that is way off. Yeah, that is like that's like 7 standings off where we are right now. And that is 8th comparison to 14th. 6 or 7 standings off, man. So let us not think about no friggin' European football right now. That should not be in our heads. We have a lot of things that we need to deal with before getting to that, man. I'm going to end it right here. Leave your comments down below in the comment section, bro. Leave your comments down below in the comment section, bro. Harry Maguire, if Harry Maguire didn't improve his form, I would definitely put him up for sale. But he's proven himself, at least so far. Because he's a ticking time bomb in Harry Maguire. You have to watch out for him. This virgin think he's slick, and he's not fooling nobody. Because when it's not his day, this virgin can turn into Jonathan Woodgate for Real Madrid. It's me, and we don't want that. So he better stay playing the way he's playing right now. As he was very good against Haaland the time we played against Man City weeks back. But he's proven that he's a reliable centre-back when called upon Harry Maguire, so I'll keep him in the squad. I ain't go sell him yet, but I'll keep him in the squad for now. But yeah, we have a lot of problems, man. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. Coming up on the 55th, the 53rd minute. I need to wrap up this video. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave your comments down below in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell as well so that you can be notified. Like and share the channel. Leave your comments down below, man. I want to know what you guys are really thinking. And let us have a back and forth in the comment section. Even if we agree and we disagree. I want to... Come on, man. We're Man United fans. Let us hash this out. Like the fans that we are. Logically and rationally. Comments below. I'll see you guys. I'll either do the preview tomorrow or Saturday night. But it's Saturday night too late. So I'm going to do the preview tomorrow. That is our preview against our fearsome rivals Liverpool. That is on top of the league right now. So yeah, that I'm going to touch more on that in that video. But until then, have yourself a very good day. Happy New Year to you guys. I know that I'm a day late, but better late than never, right? Happy New Year. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out.